was only 10 years old when I committed my first murder. My name is Marie Bell. I have been behaving violently since childhood, beating up my classmates and doing vandalism. My mother was a who didn't come home often. My father is unknown to this day. The relationship with my mother was always destructive. She tried to kill me and also abused me during meetings with some of her clients. I started to myself when I was 8 years old, but my mother took the money. On May 25, 1968, when I was 10 years old, I Martin Brown, a 4-year-old boy. I committed this crime alone. With my mentally challenged friend Norma, we break into and vandalize an orphanage, leaving anonymous notes claiming responsibility for the murder of the little Martin I killed. The Newcastle police dismissed the incident as a simple prank. On July 1, 1968, we killed 3-year-old Brian O. by strangulation. We returned to the scene of the crime to carve an M for Norma, with a bar added to make an M for Mary on the corpse's abdomen with a razor blade. We used scissors to cut off strands of hair and nick her with the same scissors. As we are so young and our accounts contradict each other, what happened that day has never been fully clarified. Martin Brown's death was initially declared accidental. It was only later that his death was linked to that of Brian O. We are arrested in August 1968 and accused of murder. On December 17, 1968, Norma, considered as manipulated, was declared not guilty. I am then acquitted of murder but condemned for manslaughter with mitigated responsibility because I present classic symptoms of psychopathy. I was sentenced to life in prison. My mother talks about me several times to the press, in return for money. I get out in 1980, after spending 12 years in prison, and am granted anonymity to start a new life under a new name. My daughter was born on May 25, 1984. She knows nothing of my past until my place of residence is made public by journalists. We then had to leave the house covering ourselves with sheets so as not to be photographed. My daughter's anonymity was respected until she was 18. In 2003, I won a court case to preserve my own anonymity and that of my daughter for life.